What's up, everyone, and welcome back to the Celebrity Syllabus, where we discuss all things entertainment, news, and politics. Before we get started today, make sure you hit the subscribe button and touch the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload, and you'll be able to join the Spirit Squad. So let's get into it. Before we dive all the way in, I do want to say that I know the intro says, warning, personal opinion lies ahead, and I will be giving my personal thoughts on the NBC reporter who I feel like said some questionable things and didn't really prove what he was going to prove. But as far as the videos of Samaya and Kyla, I am not going to sit here and try to negate what these girls are saying, because as far as I'm concerned, we cannot try to fact check what the victims are saying. They are the only ones that can tell us the truth when they feel so. Not saying that these girls are lying, but we'll get into it and you guys can let me know what you think. Just to give you guys some quick background on this story, about a day ago, I saw a bunch of videos popping up about Wayfair being connected to child sex trafficking. Now, what sparked this story was the prices of certain cabinets as well as the names. The names corresponded to children who have been reported missing. Since that has come out, Wayfair, of course, has denied the allegations, but children who were reported missing and supposedly being sex trafficked through these Wayfair cabinets have also come forward to say, hey, I did go missing for this period of time, or hey, I was never missing and I was never sex trafficked, especially in a Wayfair cabinet. So the internet is in an uproar of trying to figure out what is actually going on, if they believe Wayfair or not. And I'm going to show you guys what the girls had to say. I'm going to show you guys this Twitter thread I found of someone trying to debunk all of the allegations that came forward against Wayfair, and you guys are going to tell me what you think. So Samaya and Kyla did end up speaking out about this and clarifying the situation as far as they are concerned, and a lot of people feel that these girls are being coached and that they don't believe the girls that are saying we were not captured by Wayfair or child trafficked by Wayfair. I also saw some people reporting that the father of Duplessis was on Facebook, and he did clarify that his daughter was no longer missing and that she was found. So the first person we are going to look at is Samaya and what she had to say, and see if we feel anything off about that.
How you mad because people thought you was really missing and they shared a post trying to help? They didn't know. And that we know you're missing good, but damn. No, I'm mad because first of all, I tell him that I wasn't missing. That's why I'm mad. I tell him I wasn't missing, first of all. And second of all, he talking about it was going around in the group chat. And if that was true and I'm missing, and then he gonna put his little, why is your caption even that? That don't even make sense. If you post them motherfuckers who actually missing, you trying to get motherfuckers to share the shit, why are y'all sharing some shit who this nigga don't even know that if it's really true or not? What are y'all talking about? Y'all all sound stupid talking about why am I mad? Because I'm not missing. Fuck out of here. Fuck. Let me go get a picture of you, bitch, and say you missing. And then put a little motherfucking cabinet next to it. And have everybody share that shit. Let's see how you feel. Fuck out of here. Weird as fuck. Girl, no. Like, that's just weird. That's weird as fuck. And I was never even missing to begin with. That's the whole, like, what? Y'all sound retarded. Never went missing. Never went missing. Y'all want to say, but why are you mad? Why are you mad? Because when I really go missing, what the fuck is y'all gonna do? Fuck is you talking about? What are you gonna do when I really go missing? Y'all gonna share? Is that gonna find me? Fuck is you saying? No. Like, y'all sound retarded. Stop trying to argue with me. Because I really smack all y'all. I don't give a fuck. The fuck is you saying? I'm missing. Okay, so I've been in the hospital fighting corona. Fuck is you talking about? In the hospital fighting corona. Now, if I would have died about this shit, y'all shit sitting here got my name next to a motherfucking cabinet talking about I'm missing. Bitch. I'ma smack all y'all. Cause y'all can't be this gullible on the motherfucking internet. Period. The fuck is you talking about? Y'all came. Like, that's weird. That's so weird. That's weird as fuck. Don't post me. That's all I'm saying. Fuck, I have a whole son. Like, y'all weird. Y'all are weird.
Alright, so you guys just heard what Samaya had to say. Old girl came in real hot and spicy because she really feels that, like, if she was missing or if she really was in trouble, she feels as if people are not going to believe her. So I understand a little bit of her frustration, but I feel like she came in a little hot and spicy because for when people were genuinely trying to help. And I know she said, well, if you guys just retweet or whatever, what is that going to do to find me? And the dispersing that kind of information actually could help people find her, because then people can say, I saw her here, or I saw her in this state or this city. So I did disagree with that part, but let's move on to what Kyla has to say, because one thing I did notice is that at the end, she did, clarify that she was in the hospital fighting corona and that she had a son. So I want to hold on to that note because I noticed something as well with Kyla's story. So let's get into that.
I'm listening. Go ahead, babe.
I went missing. I went missing in January, and I was found in January. And I really don't appreciate Wayfair reposting this stuff because, that's sick, for one. And I just want to, everybody to know that thanks for all your prayers, and I'm okay. And I really want to try to help, get my name heard so that I can tell everyone that I'm not missing. And Wayfair is sick for doing that stuff.
Okay, so what's your name?
I'm Kyla Coleman. I'm the black girl on there.
I saw that. So what happened? So tell me, give us some insight. What's going on?
Okay, I like I said, I went on the run in January, and I don't like today. My mom came home. She's a police officer. I'm 6 months pregnant, and I stayed like at home because this virus is it's a lot of stuff that's going on. So I just stay at home, and I work from home. I do my school from home and everything. And I went missing in January from Cuyahoga County, Cleveland, Ohio, Cuyahoga County, and they have taken my identity, Wayfair, and they're posting it all over all these websites, naming me after cabinets, and they're taking everything and they're just posting everything about me, and I just don't know, this is weird. My mom came home and showed me this today, and I don't know what's going on.
Alright, so you guys just heard what Kyla had to say when she was on live with Angela Stanton. Now, I do agree with her that naming furniture after someone who is missing is quite odd. I know someone said that furniture is usually named after people, but all the women who went missing have some pretty unique names, in my opinion. So I feel like it's too much of a coincidence for them to just be choosing names at random to name things. I really do feel like these items were named after missing girls, which is sick in itself. One thing that I did notice that was pretty interesting is that Samaya and Kyla both mentioned having children. So Kyla went missing in January, and she said she was found in January. She also mentioned being 6 months pregnant and the fact that she ran away because of her bad decisions, quote unquote. Samaya went missing sometime last year, and she was also saying that not only was she in the hospital fighting coronavirus, that she has a son. So I was wondering if her going missing was actually her running away because she was pregnant and she was kind of afraid in that. It was also said that the father of Samara Duplessis had come forward and let everyone know that his daughter was found. Now, he didn't say anything about her being pregnant or expecting, but he did let it be known that she was found. So that is about 3 out of the 5 people that were shown on the missing photograph of cabinet names and similarities. The next thing I want to get into was this Twitter thread I found by this reporter from NBC News who was trying to debunk the conspiracy theory with his own points of reference and that sort of thing. So I do want to discuss some of that and what he had to say, and definitely comment down below, let me know your thoughts. The first thing we are going to address is Ben Collins' point about customization, and if it's personalized and has anything that they feel the name is a little weird, it will automatically drive the cost up to $10,000. So, like I said, I do believe all the girls' names are unique. But it doesn't sit right with me that these are not customized items necessarily. These are just storage units. They didn't look like they had any special features. It didn't look like you could do much to them. And they were all posted by WFX Utility, which is kind of weird that all of these storage units, all of these missing names are connected to this one vendor who sells on Wayfair. So I don't really, like, him pointing out that it automatically drives up the cost doesn't really prove anything to me, but let me know what you guys think. He then goes on to make his next point that cabinets and pillows have been sold at higher prices on places like Amazon, so that Wayfair is not the only site doing this, and that people usually just joke about it in the comments how outrageously priced this is. This, I want to say, pointing your fingers at another retailer and saying they do this too isn't going to stop us from investigating what we're currently looking into. In fact, it may just make people want to say, hey, maybe we need to be looking into what Amazon is doing as well. So kind of pointing fingers in that kind of way of, well, these other brands are doing it, so it must be okay, right? It's like a monkey see, monkey do kind of behavior that proves anything, but let me know what you think. He then goes on to say that there's a conspiracy theory of Wayfair naming their products after lost children. So then he brings up the point that other stores, of course, also name their products after like common names. He showed an example of Henrietta and Latoya, but I do want to note that none of those prices are $10,000 or above. So you're not comparing apples to apples. I would have preferred if he showed an example where, okay, you can search up these product names of like that are common names of people and see that $10,000 mark that we saw for those cabinets. So people were saying that when you Google the SKU codes associated with the Wayfair products, or if you Google the codes that start with SRC, it will automatically return pictures of kids or things that are pedophilic. Now, I'm not even going to go too hard on this point. I feel like I have a question in terms of, what were you researching that you found this out, or like, how did you come to know this? Because that made me a little bit uneasy. So I see why people are attacking him on Twitter, saying that he's defending this, because I feel like that one point is not something you just really know unless you're out searching. Last point he brought up that I am going to touch on is that saying the Wayfair's president of operation was seen at a gala with Ghislaine Maxwell, who was good friends with Jeffrey Epstein. Now, he does identify the person in the photo as George Bamford, but then he also goes on to say that it's unclear who the president of operations would even be. So it's just like, why sort of bring that up if you can't say, well, this is the president of operations and this is George Bamford and he does this, which is completely separate from this. So when you Google who George Bamford is, a Wikipedia page does come up describing him as someone who's very known for doing Rolex customizations and, you know, dealing in luxury kind of items. But the only thing I got out of this point after Googling who George Bamford was is that he may have some connection to that needs to be investigated in terms of knowing her relationship with Jeffrey Epstein. He may need to be looked into on some charges, but I feel like that's a deflection from who we are talking about in this instance. Not saying that he should not be investigated, but I didn't get the point of him identifying this man and just trying to leave it in the wind. Like, we don't know who the president of operations was, but this man definitely knows Ghislaine Maxwell. So I kind of feel like it was a little bit of a red herring. Like, okay, but look at this. People did start going in on him a little bit and accusing him of being a pedophile. He then clapped back by posting the hotline for human trafficking. That's all I got for this story. You guys know what I think. Definitely drop down in the comments and let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a big thumbs up and definitely make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye-bye.